You know, you never notice how loud the world is around you until you're trying to shoot a vlog in your car. Yeah. You never notice. You never notice the fact that everything around you is loud as shit when you're in your car and you're trying to monitor audio. My name is MundaneMatt, and I'm in my car, as obviously shown by the fact that I'm driving, and there's probably a little bit more jitter on the screen than I would like. And that sucks because I'm using a window suction mount, and I'm using whatever. I guess the image stabilization is not as good on this. Maybe I should use my my G7X or something, because that would have better image stabilization. You know, that's the problem when you drive a car. The road varies, changes, all these things. And the sad thing is, I don't think I'll be able to do a lot of fixing in post. So that sucks. But anyway, we'll see what happens. I just decided to do this on a whim. I've been wanting to shoot more car stuff, get out there in the world, drive around, see things, do things, maybe like do fucking streams or something while I'm driving. Not reading the comments because I can't. You can't do that anyway. Like right now, if I were to from where my phone is positioned and everything else, there's literally no way in goddamn hell I would even remotely be able to read comments on a Periscope. Nor should I, because that would be dangerous as shit. So I'd have to more or less do, yeah, fuck you, lumber truck. Don't you know I'm recording? You son of a bitch. I mean, it's not his fault, but still, fuck him. Where my office is located is literally facing a busy road, and they've been doing construction nonstop for 6 months, 7 months now. So for me, it's just insanely annoying to even remotely do anything. It just drives me up the fucking wall. But anyway, so this vlog, this is nothing in particular. I'm just kind of driving around, want to test it. I'll throw it up on the vlog channel as more of a vlog test sort of thing. See how you guys like it. See how the audio comes across. What I might do, because right now I'm using, in case you're like me and you want to know what gear people are using all the time, this is the Rode VideoMic Go. I think at this point I have almost every single Rode microphone for on the go shit. That's not fucking super. No, I got the VideoMic Pro. And I think I have the entire VideoMic series outside of one. And I don't even know why. The quality of the microphones, they get the job done. But I want Sennheiser and shit. That's what I want. I want a Sennheiser. So there's this awesome Sennheiser clip-on mic that you can get that is good quality, for the iPhone. It's got a lightning adapter and everything. It's from Apogee, which there's Apogee. And it's $200. And I'm fucking so right now I'm saving up my Amazon affiliate earnings in order to afford it. And I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer to do that. But yeah, I mean, vlogging from your car is not easy. I don't get how some people do it. I've listened to their vlogs. Their audio is really clean. But it might be because they're using a lapel mic. And they're not using a shotgun mic, which is what I'm using right now for this. So the shotgun mic is, I think, more or less for shooting multiple people in front of the camera and getting everyone clearly. It may not be the best for isolating vocals while one is driving. So there's that. I've got the Rode Smart Lav, which plugs into the phone and everything, and it's all right. But again, these kind of products require you to use their software, and it requires you to use their thing. And I'm I don't know. It's not the thing. Not the thing. So there's that. I don't know. It's sometimes I wonder if I'm just not an interesting person, but I force it. But honestly though, doing vlogs is the best way to force yourself to become more interesting. So I used to, when I was 25, I started reading Kevin Smith's My Boring Ass Life, which was a daily journal he had kept for a year, and everything else. And so this was in 2008. I was reading that, and he wrote it in 2005. And I'm reading that, and I'm just like, my God, man, I can totally do the same thing. I lead an interesting enough life. No, I didn't. But I decided that I was turning 26 on March 26th, so my golden birthday, and I was going to start, doing more with it, doing more with my life, and using this blog as a reason. And part of it, too, had been like, I had just kind of like stopped dating this one chick who was like one of those, I don't want to call her a manic pixie dream girl, but she was fucking nuts, right? Like legitimately off her rocker in many situations. And for some reason, I'm just like, I'm attracted to crazy. I was at the time, at least. I think because my life, I didn't have a lot going on, and crazy at least felt like something. So, that whole thing ended, and I'm like, well, like I should go and make some of these stories that like the stuff she would do. I mean, not like smoke crack and like make snow angels, which I think she did once in Washington. This was in San Diego. I know one time she called me up and she was like, hey, I just smoked crack. You want to go swimming in the ocean? Not kidding you. And she was like 24 and she was a college student. And I'm like, crack. All right. Like that. Okay, whatever. Fuck it. Like, I don't care. Like, this should be interesting. And so I picked her up and I took her to Mission Beach, which is, it was La Jolla Shores. February, 2 o'clock in the morning, right? Icy cold water. And she went swimming while I stood there and I watched. And I'm like, this is just those life experiences where you go, I want to be a fly on the wall for this, for some reason. Because that's kind of where my mindset is. I like to be fly on the wall. So I started vlogging, or not vlogging, just blogging. And I kept the blog. And the blog still exists. It's just currently private. But I forced myself to go and do more things. I forced myself to look for new experiences, right? Such as, like, trying to get out there and date more. Because I wasn't really doing a lot of that at the time. And I went to the MTV Movie Awards as a seat filler. I went to the Spike Scream Awards as a reporter on the red carpet. I went to Comic-Con. I went to that 2008. I did not go to E3 that year. I went to LA and I worked on a bunch of projects. Having lived in San Diego, I made short films. I wrote a movie. All these things. Like I feel like I did all of these things, that were like part of this grand year-long experience. And it's one that I've honest to God contemplated putting into a book form and then, selling it. Like, do you guys want to know the story of my life for a year and like selling it for a couple bucks so I can like fund another adventure of some kind? My girlfriend's like, no, that's a bad idea. It's mostly because I met her that year. Again, see, big life things happen that year. And she doesn't want to be a part of it. So, And the thing is, too, is like when I started doing MundaneMatt, I was so worried that was going to get out there. I was hiding from myself with MundaneMatt for years. And part of that had to do with the fact that the way LA was ending for me, losing friendships, broke, just like completely rock bottom, and everything else. And I just used this as an escape, but I hid from myself for years, and that's not like me. And I'm trying to find my way back that I used to be, the person in film school that would be like, I'll work on everyone's project. Like, I don't even give a shit. Like, I'll write your shit. I will do anything. I want to be working. I want to constantly be doing something. And that is what I desperately want again. And the problem with what I do now, and as much as I love what I do now, is I spend so much time indoors. I spend so much time just like waiting for news to happen that I can talk about instead of making my own stories. And that is a problem. One of the reasons why this year, like I just went to San Diego recently. I'm going to VidCon in a few months, and then I'm going back to Comic-Con a month later. Emerald City Comic-Con is next week in Seattle. I'm gonna try to like drive up for a day. Don't know what's gonna happen. You know, I'm gonna try to do these things that I maybe would have not normally done, and I'm moving in a few months, or maybe sooner. I literally have no idea. You know, making a big step in that direction to kind of move towards some form of permanence, and also still do this and build this and grow this and work on $3 Theater, and I sometimes ask myself if I'm just distracting myself from everything, if I'm just distracting myself by opening and starting new channels and starting all these other projects and not focusing on what I want. But the thing is, opening up $3 Theater as a movie news channel is actually a step in the right direction for me. And the reason why is because I want to do more with movies, and talking about them gets me excited about them. And if I get excited about them, then I, feel like I will then be able to get back into writing them, which is what I want, or to make them, which is what I want. And then the key is just finding that balance between doing this and doing that, So that's one of the reasons why, like, I've got, I frequently share my feature film, In Search Of, which, again, is good, bad, depending on how you look at it. I had fun. And I want to bring more positivity back to movies. I want to. That's another thing, too, that I want to do with $3 Theater, is I want to be that one channel that's, like, not all doom and gloom, like, everything fucking sucks. Like, that's not who I am as a person. I legitimately go into every movie wanting to like it. I saw 50 Shades Darker the other day, and I went into that legitimately wanting to find something enjoyable. And there were elements of the movie that I did find to be enjoyable. Like, it was, but not much. The sex scenes were boring and the plot was shit, but it was like there was some people there that had fun. You could tell they were having fun making the movie. And there were other people, like the two main leads, that just did not want to be there. And that was entirely fucking, like, detectable. They did not want to be there at all. But now, I just want to, like, talk about movies and talk about these things, and hopefully cultivate an audience that likes it, that can maybe go into something more objective, and more, looking for something that's more enjoyable than getting, like, all fucking angry over everything. Because I feel like anger culture in terms of movies or talking about video games, it's always easier to come from the notion of, or come from the place of, this sucks, versus what might I enjoy about this. And that's the problem. And some people argue, I've been burned too many times. I'm like, no, I think you let yourself get burned too many times. I think a lot of it boils down to the person themselves, and that's what I think's going on here. So, the way I see it is, there's always tons of great content coming out every single day from a number of different creators, and it's cool to try to find it. And I want to talk about that, especially movie wise. And also, last year, 2016, I barely watched any movies, like, outside of the big stuff. So I want to, like, do more where I see stuff from, like, independent films or smaller films or things like that, and kind of, like, talk about the smaller side of things. But, it's building up to that as well. So I know for a fact that, like, talking about big movie news like Star Wars or Marvel or DC, those get lots of views and shit. People want to know about that because there's lots of fans there, and there's, like, nothing wrong with that at all. But eventually I'd like to try to also bring in elements of the smaller side of things to talk about that, to give those people some love, because indie film is a real hard thing to do. It's a real hard thing to do, and I think a lot of people out there don't really realize that. I mean, look at the Oscars last night. A $1.5 million movie won Best Picture. That's not a small feat. I did love that it also fucked over La La Land, because it's just fun to see that shit go down. Anyway, I just pulled in my driveway. So yeah, this thing will be multiple, there's going to be good stuff, bad stuff about it. I am curious to know your guys' thoughts. Like, just what do you think of this? Would you like to see more like these kind of stream of consciousness things? No real planning. I just kind of jumped in my car and started driving. And then, going from there. So anyway, my name is MundaneMatt. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day, and peace.